And welcome, welcome back to another episode of my Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty here on College Football 26, where we are heading into the year 6 offseason as back-to-back national champions, able to put on a defensive clinic here over Ole Miss, beat them 28-10, held them to less than 250 yards of offense. It was maybe not the most spectacular game for guys like Bryce Baker, in their last game playing for us, but was a great team win nonetheless. The defense has struggled throughout the playoffs, did not struggle today, or in the national championship. Really did what they were supposed to do. Volk, last game of his career was outstanding. If it's the last game for Pasco, it was a great performance from him. Uh, you know, Great game here out of Kegler, and maybe his last game. Scales was really good. We went over, season stats, career stats, all of that there in the last episode. Um, yeah, could certainly be losing a lot of guys that have won a lot of awards and done a lot of things here for us, but we're looking forward to starting this off season. It's a big year of change. I think year 4 winning a national championship was definitely a surprise. Not near surprise in year 5 because it was the year that we have kind of been building towards, and now this is a reset here for this team and for this program, and we're hoping to that we're able to continue our success and keep the program up towards the top of the college football echelon. At this point in time, back-to-back national championships. We have not lost a game now in over 2 years. But yeah, let's get going into the off season. See what we got. Up to 4.5 stars. Forsett could certainly leave, which I don't think would be a major shock. These quarterbacks leaving, I don't think would be a major shock. See what we got though. So we're going to immediately start off with, this is the most crucial screen, of course, because we have a ton of players that could leave and go pro early. Let's see what we got. So Kegler wants to go pro. Lawton wants to go pro. Forsett wants to transfer. So Juan Pasco is going to come back. Wow. All right, so let's just kind of go over this briefly here again, position by position. Bryce Baker is leaving. He is gone. He, was a fantastic player for us. Two-time Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. Two-time national champion, two-time Big Ten champion, a first-team All Big Ten this year. A guy that originally went to North Carolina, then decided to come back here, or decided to go transfer to TCU, and then transferred here. Abdul Volk, outstanding player. We looked over his stats and everything. Was a great player for us. A multiple-time All Big Ten player, but I don't think was ever an All-American. Let me double-check that. 20-time Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. Wow. Actually was never even an All Big Ten player. I guess because of not having the receiving upside. Wide receiver, though, you're bringing all these guys back. Holy cow, we have gotten so lucky. Got one guy here in Pat Bender that's trying to transfer. I kind of can understand that. Herman started for us at left guard this year. Schumacher, of course, graduated, projected to go in round 6. Had a great last year. Won a bunch of awards. Was really good in his entire career. 31.5 sacks for a guy that was a part-time player as a freshman. 2 times, having multiple double-digit sack seasons. Won the Lombardi, the Defensive End of the Year award. Was a first-team All-American, first-team All-Big Ten here as a senior. Loved him. Was, my first, really, him and Volk were the 2 big recruits, and really like a 2-star DeAndre Smith were the 3 guys that we really wanted out of that first class. Comes in Kegler, since he's not a top 3 round pick, we are going to try to bring him back. Here at the mic, you got Lawton projected to go round 5, so we can try to bring him back as well. Scales graduates, of course, he won every award that he could win here this year. Just an outstanding player. Just great. It was great. Been here with us the whole time. Dick Butkus, Bronco Nagurski, Chuck McNark, first-team All-American, obviously first-team All-Conference. And again, just like everybody else who mentioned, a 2-time conference and national champion. Losing Ote and Stroud, so our 2 outside corners this year. Baxter is gone this year, was an All-American this year. Then Mosley. Okay, so we got some guys we could certainly try to bring back. I think let's start with these. We have 10 persuasions, so obviously it doesn't matter, so we'll build towards the more important. Let's just see. Okine has decided to say, what about Kashama? Has not been persuaded. He's in the transfer portal. That's okay. No big deal there. Pat Benner's a right guard transfer. Proximity to home. I'd like to have him stay. Need the depth. He has not been persuaded. Okay. Daryl Ahmed. What is he? He's an impact development player. Obviously, we really want Ahmed here to stay. We recruited him really hard. Pro potential is just something that I don't really think is going to grow that much. What is Volk? Is there a chance that he might end up going pro? I guess we'll see. Try to bring Ahmed back. He's not been persuaded, so we need to try to remember to find him in the transfer portal. Let me write him down in our notes. I really, really would like to have Ahmed back, so I need to go find him. Forsett, another guy I'd like to have back. He's not been persuaded. We'll put him on there. We'll put him on the list as well just to see. I'd like to have Ahmed over Forsett, though. And now our 2 big guys. The only 2 guys that really even tried to leave. So Lawton's a medium chance. Would like to bring him back. He was a transfer out of Indiana. He's been an amazing player for us. Let's see if we can bring him back. He is not. Tobias Lawton is going pro. So, certainly something that I expected and been trying to get ready for mentally, preparing for that. I certainly was hoping he would stay. And then we are bringing back Morton and Ruggins along the defensive line, but having a guy like Kegler come back, I think, would be massive for this defense. He's already, heading into or coming out of a redshirt sophomore season, the all-time sack leader here in the conference. I'd be shocked. He's going pro. So Kegler's gone. Set basically every record you can. He's the Big Ten single season and career sack leader. Won a ton of awards. Second team All-American this year. First team All-Big Ten. Won the Chet Bednarik, Lombardi, Nagurski. I wonder, does it not show if you were certainly he was an All-American before this, winning all those awards, but either way. Okay, that one hurts. So we do end up bringing back Okine as kind of a backup quarterback option, but everybody else that wanted to leave left. Lawton, let's take a look just at his career awards here as well. One last time. First team All-American this year, so absolutely a great player. Transferred in from Indiana as well. Was great. He was really, really good for us. Yeah, that was certainly a lot better than it could have been, but also would have liked to have had at least one of those defenders back. So a lot can change. Is there something we can do here as a coach perspective to really help us out? Motivator. Okay, nothing there. I can't do the extra one there. Okay, so this has been unlocked. Oh, I guess I could have. I don't have really the point. I have enough points to. I don't even have enough points to open it. So go back here to strategist. I think this is kind of an important one to have. Right, quarterback lower deal breaker threshold. We're kind of at a point as a program, though, it almost doesn't matter. Let's save the points. Let's save the points. Let's save them. Let's advance. See who gets drafted. Yeah, that certainly could have been a lot worse. Bringing back Juan Pasco, DeAndre Smith, and Hennessy. Your wide receiver room for Humphreys is set in stone as being really, really good, which is crucial. We obviously have a bunch of players getting drafted here. Let's see what the results are for that. So Schumacher does end up going round 3. Baker goes round 4. Kegler goes round 4. Lawton and Stroud each go round 4. And then Volk does sneak in as a round 7 selection. So pretty much everybody you expect to get drafted that leaves ends up getting drafted, which is great. all that stuff's going to start kind of helping us out over the long haul. Really kind of thought that Baker maybe goes a little higher at that overall, but it does not hold true. And now, as we're heading into this offseason, looking to maybe bring back Ahmed out of the transfer portal. That'll probably be the first thing we do. Need to bring in a backup quarterback here for sure. Probably at least out of the transfer portal, unless we can bring in both of those freshmen. But Humphreys is your starting quarterback. You'll have Stenerud and Spurlock, so got to get some running back depth. Wide receiver, you are good. I mean, I'm not even going to look at it unless it's, I'm going to cover everything else first anyway. Should bring in 2 tight ends, so not really overly worried there. I think maybe taking a look at guard, I don't think would maybe be a bad idea. Guard, I think, is definitely a spot for us to look at. I think we're good everywhere else, because I do think we could always have Bradford end up playing left tackle if nothing else here. Man, we are loaded along that offensive line. What about edge? I think we could take a look at edge, but I think you're going to get a lot of growth out of guys like Boykins and Higgins. We don't really need a lot. Bringing back Morton, he could be a 93, 94 overall player here. Heading into his final year, yeah, he's still got a lot of room to fill there. Defensive tackle, you don't have Keegler, so it'll be Ruggins, Iguanagu. Joey Wolf is going to be playing a lot for us this year. I can go ahead and tell you he's going to be a pass rushing specialist, so he's going to be in our nickel package that we run a lot. At linebacker, bring back all these guys. I think you're good enough. Maybe you just go see what's there at linebacker. You're losing Scales. So, you're losing Scales and Lawton. So, right now, just thinking out loud, I think Benzinger, probably Michaels or Anelli, kind of operating as your, sub linebackers. Crocker just never got a chance to play. Just not fast enough. Would be really, really worried about him in space. He's a good zone coverage guy. So, we'll see. Cornerback, you're basically looking at Sly, Sermon, Ali. So you're okay there. We'll take a look at, let's see, maybe linebacker, guard, corner. What do we think at free safety? Safety, again, is just it's a never-ending problem for us. I think this might be time to start moving maybe some of these other guys around. But let's do this first. Okay, so we kind of got a brief outline. I want to try to bring back Ahmed for sure if we get an opportunity to. Let's see. So we've already got him signed. So we're looking at Cornell. Really want to bring him in. We're going to go hard sale. I think Cornell is a future starter for us, to be completely honest with you. Running back, we got both of those guys. We do have some depth there. Not worried about McIntyre. In fact, let's just take McIntyre was not very fast, right? 87 speed. I think we're okay at that spot. Tight end, we got the 2 guys we really want there. Got all of these guys. Hankerson, I don't think was anything special. Let's just take him off the board. Guard. So we need to make sure. Do I know his pitches? I do. Okay. For some reason, I feel like my brain exposure dropped. We're going to go ahead and schedule him for a visit. It's a deal breaker championship contender. We're going to go ahead. We're going to try to bring him in. Want to get that recruitment over with there for Scholes. 5-star guy, of course, that we found super late, which is kind of crazy to say out loud. But Nagu, not overly good power move, good strength. We'll give it a shot. Actually, I can do the what's his big thing? Championship contender. Back-to-back national champions. To be able to make a play there. Cornerback. Yeah, neither one of these guys really, right? No, 56 zone, that's unplayable for me. It'll take him years to develop into anything. Or bringing in some safeties. Let's take Mangold off of this list. Okay, so we're in a couple of battles. This other quarterback, I'm not overly worried about bringing in, like Dalton. I think I'm okay. Let's just take him off the board. He is a gem, but he's a pure runner. Those accuracies would take just years and years to develop. Okay, transfer portal. See what we got. Let's go to any player. Let's go to any state. Mukuamu has decided to transfer. We don't fit his pro potential archetype, which is fine. We are back into a B potential there, which is good. So we got a right tackle that wants to come here, but I don't have a spot for him. A wide receiver, I just don't really have a spot for him. We'll add him to the board, though. He's going to be heading into a junior year. I'm actually okay on that. So basically, well, let's look at running back first. Guy Frank Stump Jr. is heading into his senior year. Sophomore, junior, sophomore. Ahmed will at least come back. So let's go ahead and we will. Oh, don't have to scout him. We know all about him. We know he's a really good player too. I think I probably need to try to bring in a quarterback. I think we're good at wide receiver. We're good at tight end. Let's look at guard. Not expecting this to be a massive situation here where we're really trying to bring in a bunch of guys, but we'll see. Michigan, okay. Let's add those two guys, at least for right now. Ooh, a freshman. Take a look at that as well. And then we wanted to do linebacker. Let's just kind of see what we see out here. I think taking a look at really any of these guys, since I have hours to look at, I don't think would be a bad idea. Guy Kyle Riggs here be coming into his senior year as a transfer out of Notre Dame. About a free safety. Junior out of Georgia is always good. Junior out of Mississippi State should be pretty solid there as well. Devontae Gillespie, that name sounds awful familiar. I'd have to go back through. I don't know if we've recruited him. Maybe we brought him in and then he transferred out. Let's take a look at what we got here because we're actually maxed out on targets. So obviously we know we're trying to bring Ahmed. Take a look at really not a great finesse guy, maybe, but let's offer him a scholarship. We'll go ahead and put 50 on Chig. Jason Flanagan. Really good finesse guy. Not a great power guy. Not a tremendous run blocker, but we need some. Oh, we need a starter at guard. Doug Talbot. It's a young player. I'm all in on that. Rasmussen here at Sam. What do we got? 81 speed. 79 zone. Okay. Take a look at Duarte here. 78 zone, 84 speed, 94 acceleration. Kyle Riggs. 86, 98. Zoned in a really good spot. Yeah, this is an all-in player here. Out of Indiana, too. You got to feel good about that. Quincy Lacombo, free safety. Yeah, 91 zone, 89 speed, really good hands. That is a starter for us at free safety. Very likely anyway. Tevin Hand here. 84 zone, just 83 speed. He's going to be a senior. That's probably not something that's going to grow. Yeah, 77 speed. Yeah, safety. I'm out on that. Okay. Gillespie's a guy that I actually kicked off the team or told to transfer anyway. All right, so Rasmussen is going to be a freshman, so we absolutely might as well go ahead and offer him. We'll throw 50 there. Only have 2 target spots. Do you try to find like a transfer portal quarterback that's maybe decent? There's going to be guys that really want to come here. Junior. I mean, I want Humphreys to be our starter. That's the thing. So like maybe a young freshman here. Penn State and Ohio State. Jeremy Fitzgerald. Nope. Brody Sampson. Dual threat. Actually, a pretty decent spot. I don't know how much this is going to affect Cornelius' playing style. Okay. What is Sampson's deal breaker? Is playing time. So he'd be somebody we probably would be dealing with regardless, pretty much there the whole time. We're trying to transfer, and I guess now it's like, I guess we can see if there's like a high end. We don't need tight ends. I mean, let's take a look at running back. A couple of juniors. Kevin Minter, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was pretty solid. Take a look and see what this looks like. .95 break tackle. North-south blocker is a really weird archetype, though. Get out of there. I guess I can see what Snead looks like as a senior. Just to come in and start for us one time. Stumpf we know is pretty solid there, I believe, as well. I think getting a guy out of Notre Dame, I think, would be fitting as well. Obviously not overly fast. Good change of direction, though. Let's go after Stump. As we have a full target board. Right now, we're entering as the 5th ranked recruiting class. I think we got a pretty good chance to bring in a couple of really good players here as well. So let's advance to the next week. Obviously not using all of our hours. Trying to get the high school guys that I have here as well. Let's get a commitment from Nick Cornell, the 3-star quarterback, Jim dual threat guy. I honestly think he's going to be the quarterback after Humphreys, to be honest with you. But that's a big commitment for us, which is really, really good. Really nice to have that already. What is this now? Master Motivator. Okay. I don't know how we just, unless that like clinched a top 5 spot, I don't really know how that opened up. All right, let's see what we got down here. There's nothing, nobody else up here I need to look at, right? Okay. See, all the way down here at the bottom. Steven, we're just going to, let's just take his scholarship away. It's a pure blocker. He can play fullback for us. So that's okay. But Nagu, we jump up, just kind of hold strong there. Shows we take a big lead. There's nothing I can do there. Ahmed, we'll see here. I think he's kind of hold, serve. Yeah, let's hold serve. Oklahoma State out here trying to take some of our guys. Okay. Let's hold right here. Flanagan, we have the pipeline here, so we should be okay. Talbot. Okay, that's definitely a battle we're not winning. We'll go ahead and, we got points to spend. It's not like it really matters. Rasmussen, we're up to first for him. Sam, linebacker, freshman, should have a lot of upside there in his wheelhouse. Duarte, so this is a guy we're probably going to get. 84 speed, 78 zone. Guy that should be a junior. Kyle Riggs, another high upside guy. That's a starter for us, like walking in. Why don't we go ahead and schedule a visit with him? Championship contender. I might try to bring some other players in here just to try to boost that up. Okay. Let's bring Sampson in. Playing style. Ooh, I can't bring him in yet. Okay. So I need it to go ahead. I can do Duarte. Championship contender. Get both these guys on campus. Try to get them committed. Combo, that's probably a loss, I would guess. We'll see. Sampson, we'll see. Stump. Playing style. Can't do anything really different there yet. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty simple run through here. All right, let's get through another week. See if we can hold off for Scholes there with Ole Miss. Having him in on a visit was not a great edge class for us, so he would be a major mark. Get a commitment from Prince Banagu, 4-star defensive tackle. Probably not a great player. Bringing him in, though. Okay. What a class this has been. What are we up to now? Still at 5th. Got a little bit of a gap between us and UCLA there. Okay. So Scholes, we do hang on there after he visits Ole Miss. We should bring him in. He should be ours. It looks like he's now coming back. I think we're going to lose this battle there. We need to bring Flanagan in, like, right now. Play style. Oh, he's visiting another school. Okay. So we'll get the last visit there. And just because of that, I'm going to bring in, we're not getting Chig, but would like to at least bring him in on a visit. Playing style. Try to make sure we get Flanagan. Yeah, that's a lost cause there. Bring him in on a visit. Definitely we should be bringing in Duarte. Should be bringing in Riggs. Let's bring in, if it means that I can get a booster to Rasmussen, let's try to bring him in. Championship. Oh, no, I picked the wrong thing. Okay, well, so much for that. And then Stump. Play style. It's like if we come back and look, they're like any kind of high-end guy, Mukawamu, yeah, he's going to get 4-star guys that maybe just not getting any attention. Somebody we can just drop like a bad habit. Yeah, definitely a couple here that are not getting looks at by anybody, including Isaiah Simons. Yeah, we're about to make room for Simons, like right now. I'm going to cut Talbot out of this. I'm going to go after Simons. 4-star guy ain't getting no love. It's crazy. Must have some kind of character issues or something. But yeah, I think I didn't realize he was a freshman, or we just got all the yeah, we got a lot of talent there at the tackle spots. Oh, so Simons does have. That's fine. Let's see if we can get into the race. Coach Prestige might be enough to get us at least into the conversation. Throwing 50 around everywhere. Golly, we're gonna have to cut some players if A lot of these guys decide to come. Get another commitment here. BJ Scholes, the 5-star edge rusher, has decided to come. Duarte, a guy that I think could start for us. Coming in, okay. Golly, what a class, man. Good problems to have. You have to kind of decide between lesser players. So the combo commits to LSU. No major surprise there. Going to be young in the secondary, kind of as we always are. Ahmed, we'll try to bring him back. Chig, we're definitely not going to get him. We are bringing him in on a visit, but that's not going to happen. Flanagan, got him in on a visit, but I don't think that's going to happen either. I think we're going to get Rasmussen. I think we're going to get Riggs. I think we're going to end up getting Sampson here. I think we're going to get Stump. Now up to second for Simons. Maybe we can make enough of a push. Maybe. We obviously threw our hat in the race there. Yeah. Not really much for us to do here. All right. See where we end up. All right, so we get a commitment from Frank Stump. Transfers in from Notre Dame. Certainly going to get plenty of run with us. Frederick Steven, the tight end. He's a fullback type for us. Titus Rasmussen, another linebacker situation there. Kyle Riggs, I think, is a starter instantaneously here. Darrell Ahmed decides to come back. Brody Sampson, kind of just a backup quarterback type for year one here. And then Simons ends up going to Penn State. Wonder how close we ended up getting in that spot. 4.5 stars. We're going to be tough to deal with at this point. National Signing Day. See what we got here. So, Simons ends up going, what we'll see, because I jumped in. I should not have jumped in so late on that. I think maybe I realized he was, yeah, that's tough. Stump, we know what he is. Sampson, going to be a sophomore, star development, okay. Riggs, star development. And into his senior year, Duarte, star development. Rasmussen, impact development. So right now, Riggs is pretty much all but guaranteed to be a starter. Duarte is going to be close. Got some young players to build around here still. Flanagan does end up going to Pitt. We tried to make a push. All right, so we don't really feel anything at the guard spot for what it's worth there. And then Ahmed decides to come back. So got a really good team here coming again. We are going to end up with the 5th-ranked class. We barely hang on there over Texas. Bringing in Scholes is obviously huge. Oh, actually, we actually don't know what his is. So Scholes is a star development. What about the quarterback? Cornell is star. Okay. And then the tight end, I'm guessing, is like normal or something. Normal. Okay. All right. Great recruiting class. Let's take a look just kind of at the top prospects. Let you guys see where all these people ended up. Man, a guy like Prince Homer doesn't end up anywhere. Let's do top quarterback prospects. So Satale ends up at Clemson, J.J. Biggs, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Tennessee, Alabama, LSU, Clemson. So kind of just the stereotypical teams here at the top, and then out of the transfer portal. As far as just the top end people, Mukuamu ends up at Texas. Okay. Simons ends up at Penn State. Decker there at Clemson. Okay. So again, kind of just the heavy hitters here. Let's see. We had a couple of people transfer out. I don't think anybody that's really going to be like a 4-star level guy. Let's just double check and make sure. So Forsett ends up going nowhere, so we'll see where he ends up. Never got a scholarship from anybody. I'd rather have Stump, I think, than him anyway. A little bit different look. From our 3-star guys. We obviously brought Ahmed back, which is a big get for us. I'm really, really happy about that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. But yeah, we filled up so much of it with high school guys, and then having all these guys come back really was a shocker. So Kashama ends up at Eastern Michigan. Bender ends up at Houston. And then Ahmed obviously comes back to, he did sign with us, right? Okay, yeah. I was like, am I crazy? Then 2-star guys, just in case we have somebody here, we'll go take a look. Oh, my goodness, it takes so long to get through this. They just got a chance to be really good here again. Okay, we don't have anybody there. All right, we're going to bounce out. Position changes. Let's just kind of glance around. So Rudder comes in as a 75. Where is my athlete quarterback? God, he is already a 77. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a problem even for a guy like Humphreys. That might be a problem there. Stenerud, I think we're good at all these spots. Let's put Steven here. It's just a 65 overall tight end. We'll put him in there at fullback. I think that's a good fit for him. I guess I need to see who some of these overalls are as well. Okay, so we saw Cornell and Rudder both in really decent spots there. I think to be really good for us. Slater's a 77. Donald is a 74. Stump gives us another opportunity to have a running back get drafted, which is nice. Didn't bring in any transfer wide receivers. Ankfra's a 75. Poa 74. Dalmania 73. Ended up not really redshirting anybody last year. Moffitt's just a 66. Got 85 speed. Yeager's 66 with 86 speed. We'll have to see what the development is there. Clements, 76 overall. Okay. Huey's a 74. Okay. Watkins is 75. Does he need to move over to left? He does. Actually, at this point, I think I'm going to move Bradford over to left tackle. We'll leave Bradford because he's kind of looking like the next up there at right tackle after Finney and Ganafo leaves. Move Watkins over to left tackle. Kind of even those out. Schultz, 72 a star. Tatum, just okay, just a 75 base. Trimble's a 74. Banagu's a 73. Riggs is 89. Wow. Look at who we just got out of the transfer portal. Holy smokes. Goodness gracious. And he has barely played for Notre Dame. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a stud. That's a stud. I guess they're all at will over here. Wiley. Okay. 5-star, but he's going to have to develop some for sure. Just a 73 overall. There for Wiley. Do we want to move any of these guys back to like Mallory could certainly start day one. Or do you just start a guy like Ordonez? It's pretty much the same. Any of these guys that are like, that's your top 3 corners. It's a guy like Jacoby, like would he start at free safety? Yeah, let's move Jacoby back to free safety. Give him a chance to play back there. Strong safety. Guy like Hawk, 87 speed. The cover specialist, box specialist here for Ordonez and for Mallory. 87 speed here, 71 zone. Solid tackler. I just don't want him to like mess up his. We'll put Ordonez over at strong safety, let him kind of develop there. I think would probably be a good idea. Give Jacoby a chance to maybe start here at free safety as a senior. So he's not really ever going to play at the cornerback spot. And of course, you don't really know what this does to like some of their attributes and stuff. I guess let me take a look at that. So Jacoby could have some room to grow here, maybe. Getting close to being a pretty well tapped out player regardless. Then hopefully we'll take a look at Ordonez. Hopefully I didn't just mess him up here at strong safety. Oh, I can't see his caps yet. Anyway, okay. Yeah, we're going to have some bodies to cut here for sure. I'm going to end up sending Okine on his way, I'm afraid. I think that's it. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're okay. A lot of mics, a lot of wheels. Maybe some of these, like Karoma, moving him over to Sam. I don't think it's going to be a bad idea just to have a couple of extra players over there on that side. But yeah, let's I did not go after any transfer portal quarterbacks. Not really anyway, because I was really hoping that Humphreys would take a massive jump. Did not take as big a jump after redshirting as I was hoping he was going to. See if we get anybody that maybe improves their dev trait too. Would it have already showed me that? Okay, dev trait, upgrade. Sly is up to star, okay. Heading into his senior year, that's awesome. That's great. Up to 34 coach skills. Take a look at training results. We'll do this position by position. Oh no, Sampson jumps Humphreys. Redshirt freshman. Oh, we got a problem here. Okay. Plus 11 overall. Brody Sampson. Like Humphreys, he's got great skill growth here. So Humphreys, plus 5. He's faster, stronger, better arm. Sampson definitely has him in accuracies. Sampson is better on the run, better under pressure. Where did Sampson come from? I have to go back and look. This is a problem because I was really thought Sampson would just be like a nice backup developmental type. I mean, I like the ratings that we saw for sure, but oh man, I have to figure this out in practice, guys, because I firmly expected Humphreys to be our starter. Okay. Running back. Stenerud is up to a 91, a plus 4. Something got a plus 2. It's a really, really solid running back room here. Of course, Ahmed gets a plus 5. Spurlock plus 3. Wide receiver. Pasco's up to a 93. Plus 4 for him. That should pretty much make him a first rounder. Hennessy gets a plus 5. DeAndre Smith gets a plus 4. We got 3 guys in the 90s there. Bacon, unfortunately, ain't going to play a whole lot. Tranquil gets a plus 9, so he's going to operate kind of as our wide receiver 4. Roth gets a plus 3. Good to see the speed boost there from Tranquil as well. Pasco is up to a 95 speed. My goodness gracious. Tight end, why is it going all the way over on the screen? So Gant's up to a 90, gets a plus 4. Zegwu a plus 3. Willie's just a plus 2. Simple gets a plus 1. Tompkins a plus 3. Okay, get a plus 2 there. A plus 13 from Kyrie Stewart. Wow. Wow. Okay. Dorian Rich up to an 81, a plus 4 there. Nothing from Rasmussen. Volk just never developed. He's never going to get drafted at 86. Really nice one there for Chabera. Then a right tackle, Finian Ganafo gets a plus 3s up to a 91. Why is it showing an 89 over there? So an 89 plus 3, I guess, after the boost and whatnot. Look at the physical abilities on him. Bradford's up to an 86. I think we're going to try to. It doesn't matter. Because I was going to say maybe we try to redshirt him, but it's okay. Up to an 80 for Atkins. Elder Camp's a 78. Shaquille Higgins takes a nice jump. I think Boykins is still going to be the starter. He's just more athletic. Better pass rusher, too. So Boykins is going to be an edge rusher for us for sure this year. Morton takes another nice leap to a 91. Cornelius up to an 82 base. Ruggins does not take a leap literally at all. Okay. Joey Wolf +3. He's going to get a lot of playing time this year. Sam Druzma. Not a huge jump from anybody here. Karomo with a +4 after getting moved over is nice. Kyle Riggs is a +6. A 95 base linebacker. He might be the best player in the country, to be completely honest with you. He might be the highest overall player in the country. Whoa. Whoa, what a pickup. Crocker takes another leap. Big jump here for Philip Treadwell. +14 with 86 speed. What is Treadwell talking about here? +20 to his pass rush moves? Okay. Yeah, Treadwell's going to be playing for sure. He's definitely going to be playing. Yeah, that's a yes. Dalton Slides, our highest rated corner. Ollie takes a big jump here, a +6, looking well like he's going to be a guy that's going to end up getting drafted. Sermon Lett takes a nice jump, which is really good. Okay, cornerback room looking pretty good here again for sure. Free safety Jacoby gets a +2, so he's going to be the starter here at free safety, cornerback that we got out of that first class. And then it looks like King is definitely not going to be a starter with 82 speed, I can tell you. So Howard is probably going to be the starter there at strong safety. +1 to Gee. Certainly looks draftable. +1 there. So overall, some pretty nice jumps. We have got a quarterback battle on our hands here, though. Sampson takes a jump I never would have expected here. And we have been building towards Humphreys being the guy here for us. Humphreys is a better athlete with a slightly better arm, but those accuracy ratings are dramatically better for Brody Sampson. I really don't know how we don't end up starting him. I'll be honest, I really don't. I mean, that's a +6 advantage over the middle. A lot better on the run, better under pressure. Yeah, I mean, Sampson's just a better quarterback than him. He's 3 overall points better. We accidentally just over-recruited Humphreys. Literally did not mean to. Advance the week again. Holy cow. That's crazy. Courage transfer, see what we got here. Got a lot. Kind of as expected. So I think, unfortunately, Akine wanted to transfer. We're going to send him on his way. We're going to roll in here with 4 quarterbacks. If I knew that Humphreys would show up with somebody, I would send him on his way. Because I think Brody Sampson is going to be I think he's going to be our starting quarterback. I really do. Let's see. Good there, at least for right now. Let's give Bacon an opportunity to try to find a starting job elsewhere. So that's another body gone. Willie's only a +2. Let's hold on to that for right this second. Tompkins deserves to be a starter somewhere. Hodges, send you on your way. Daryl Jones, send you on your way. Devin, send you on your way. So if FLA is just normal development, see you on your way. Bryce Joy's got 90 speed. That's got to be pretty much it. He is terrible against the run. Just 80 zone. He's an excellent athlete, but he's never going to start here for us. He's just a great athlete that's not really good at anything else. Clarence Lay is a senior, not going to play. So we got 5 more spots here. Sidney King? Send him on his way. It's a senior anyway. All right, let's come back around here now. Do you just let Roth go find something else too? Roth's a junior. I mean, he would probably be a starter for us next year, but you never know what the jumps and stuff are going to be. He's an impact development. Is he pretty well developed? Let's come back. Let's go Willie's. Good luck in the future. I think it'd be right for us to send Tompkins. Send Houston. Because like my tackle situation, we could always just have Bradford be the backup there. Gotta get rid of one more person. Damian Charles, on your way, baby. All right, we're at the 85. We made it through another offseason. Obviously, a lot less exciting than some of the ones we've had in the past, for sure. 90, goodness gracious. Winners the number 2 team in the country at 94 overall, 94 offense, 96 defense. First things first, we need to go to LSU. We're going to open it up at LSU. Got to get Notre Dame on the schedule. God dang it. Where did we play Notre Dame this year? I think it was on the road, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to look at my notes. Hold on. Yes, we played Notre Dame on the road, so we want Notre Dame at home. On the road to LSU, on the road to TCU. What does LSU and TCU look like? Let's save that for right now. Certainly are going to play LSU. I just want to see what the talent is. We need to play tough. We need to play a tough schedule. Go to TCU first because they're a little bit closer. Okay, TCU really solid squad. Okay. Then LSU. Okay, I mean a 97 overall, 96 offense, 99 defense. Yeah, that's a. I'd say that's a pretty good team there. So yeah, we go on the road twice. On the road twice to start the season. And at home versus Notre Dame. So we get, that would put us on the road 4 of our first 5 games. Let's do a home against TCU. Put that in my notes. Hold on one second. I don't mind. I actually would think it's kind of cool to play. Maybe at TCU. $20.31 at TCU with a question mark. Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to play 4 of the first 5 games on the roads. Then we go at Wisconsin, at Ohio State. We get Oregon at home, Penn State at home, at Michigan State, at home versus Northwestern, at Illinois, at home versus Nebraska, and then at Indiana. Pretty balanced schedule, I think. That would give us, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 and 6. Perfectly balanced schedule here. I think we're going to rock with that. Okay, so obviously a really tough schedule, which we need to be playing at this point in time. Man, what do you do here? What do you do here at quarterback? This looks like it has to be Brody Sampson. I need to go back and look and see where he actually transferred out of, because I don't remember, to be honest with you. But this is, I think this is too big a gap. I hate it. But we accidentally over-recruited Humphreys. I mean, Humphreys is a little bit faster, slightly stronger arm, but the accuracy, that's a +3 for Sampson. Short, +6 in the middle. Deep accuracy is roughly the same. It does lean Humphreys. Sampson's a lot better on the run, better under pressure, like better carrying if we want to use a little bit more run game here. Sampson's just better. Like, Sampson is going to be the starting quarterback. Unless he just feels terrible in practice, that's going to be your starting quarterback. Centerrood and Stump going to lead the way here at running back here for sure. Centerrood's going to be the main guy, but Stump will get his work here as well. Wide receiver, getting this trio back is just insane. It's just insane. That's 3 guys that should be top 4 round draft picks for sure. Growth from Tranquil. Want to try to find him some opportunity. He's going to operate as a wide receiver 4 and kind of our gadget type guy. Gant leading the way here. Certainly a draftable tight end at this point. Really good in that spot. Good at left tackle. Bradford is probably going to play left guard for us. Yeah, Bradford will play left guard. Operate as a backup tackle as well. Like it. We'll see how we end up shaping up this defense, but right now I'm kind of thinking Boykins and Morton as our main 2 edge guys. Boykins a good enough Boykins a great athlete with a good power move, decent enough finesse move to make things work. Morton, of course, we know kind of what he is. Then Ruggins and Wolf on the inside, I think is going to be crucial. Wolf kind of filling the Keeler role as our inside pass rusher. So we're looking at our linebackers. We pretty much run nothing but, nickel defense. You're certainly looking at Riggs. He's absolutely starting. One of the best players in the country. Now, honestly, I think Treadwell's got 86 speed, so he's a really good athlete. 88 change of direction while matching in 90 zone. I don't see how he's not playing for us out there. It's just crazy. You have a 94 zone, a 90 zone linebacker duo there that are both good athletes. So Sly, Ali. So Ali will be playing on the outside. Sermon on the outside. Do we let Sly? I think Sly he fits so well there in the middle. But yeah, good growth there out of Ali as well. Jacoby will be our starting free safety. We got some guys that can certainly grow around him as well. Here at strong safety. So Howard's a little bit of a better athlete right now. Change of direction is pretty poor. Yeah, Howard needs to start, but Ordonez is certainly going to play. Okay. Oh, we need to look at caps for everything. Okay. So obviously Brody Sampson, we brought him in. Got great caps. He's certainly looks like he's going to be a draftable quarterback. Golly, Humphreys, dude. Oh, golly. Sampson's just better. I'm going to do practice mode, and we'll see. But Cornell. Okay, so he does not have great caps. So I mean, he's pretty much a finished product. So not great, not as good as I thought he was going to be. So does Rudder then just have really good caps? Maybe. Does he have awesome caps? Pretty solid, pretty solid. The accuracy's not great. We don't throw the ball deep a ton anyway. Pretty solid caps though, there in general. But we could have a 2 or 3 year starter on our hands here in Brody Sampson anyway. And then Slater. Solid caps. Richard Donald. Really solid caps. So we got end up getting 2 really good running backs out of that class there for sure. Looks like. How's Tranquil just with his already up to a base 85? Yeah, that's a future NFL draft pick right there. Ankra, speedster at 6'4". And he's still got room to grow with quickness as well. So this is a guy that could end up being 94, 95 speed at his size. Yeah, that's a dog right there. It's impact development, so we'll see how that affects him. Poe, 5'11", 90 speed, gadget type. Pretty solid caps. Pretty solid. He might cap in like the mid-80s. Then Dalmania here. And I'm going to go through and change numbers and equipment and all that stuff here too. Okay. So, not bad caps. What about Yeager and Moffitt, these 2 tight ends? Them just being 66 overall is kind of crazy. Some caps here. Okay, that's not great for Yeager. These guys might be good enough athletes. It ends up not really mattering, though. But we're probably going to go back into the tight end pool here. Moffitt's got a lot of room to grow as a route runner because he's a terrible route runner now. Okay. Tackle. Got Clements. Solid caps. Sometimes I wish these screens were just a little bit faster. Joshua Watkins. Elite development guy with really good caps. Let's see. Huey. Star development. Good caps. I mean, you're looking at, this offensive line, you are begging to try to find playing time on it. Renfree. I want to say he was a bust. 4-star bust. With okay caps. He's a guy that maybe gets into the low to mid 80s. Let's see. Freshman BJ Scholes. 5-star guy. Championship contender is his main thing. Okay. I mean, elite caps. Yeah, he's pretty disgusting. Obviously not very fast or athletic. I don't really know if there's a purpose in like redshirting some of these guys. I think you just let them play. Just let them play. He's a guy, 78 overall, star development. I mean, he should be a guy that gets drafted in 2 or 3 years anyway. Tatum, only normal development, but great caps for his profile. Trimble is a power rusher. Impact development with good caps. Okay. But Nagu, he was a 4-star bust. Just normal development. The caps are not great, but not terrible there. Okay. Let's see. Any real freshmen here? Is Wiley the only linebacker freshman I brought in? Looks like he is. So he's a 5-star. A little bit lower overall than I would have thought. Okay, not great caps. I have to see kind of where he ends up being. Probably just more of he might end up being a guy that's like a mixed bag. Freshman, we brought in Joey Ryder. Really struggled to recruit corners this class. Could be a really good man coverage guy. Zone. Okay. He's maybe a little limited. So Cordell Mallory was a 4-star safety. Pretty solid caps. I mean, especially you think of like where his pass coverage is and where it can grow to. Got really bad hands. Impact development. He should be okay. Hulk is already a 70. He's a 3-star. He was a gem with star development. Not the best caps in the world though. That kind of sucks. Then we'll take a look at Mario Ordonez. Makes me want to say Maglio Ordonez. Star development. Strong safety, great caps. This is that's a star. Waiting to come around here. I think that's going to be it. I'll kind of figure out some depth chart things and stuff, and we'll see what we have whenever the time comes. But that's going to do it here for this offseason. Back-to-back national champions, and we took another big jump as a team here in this episode. I want to see where Mr. Riggs fits in nationally. 97 after the boost. Okay, he's one of the 10 to 12 best players here in the country. Maurice Timms get to place him one more time. A 98 overall quarterback. Good lord. Good lord. Okay. I think we're gonna have some fun here this season. Yeah, that's going to do it here for this episode. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Check out my Seattle Mariners franchise on the channel as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time.